up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 161 in the high. What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or your favorite podcasting app. Hope everybody's staying safe out there and all that good shit. And what is up? What is good? Really good, man. How's everybody digging Yum Yum Bedlam 1 week later? 1 week later, how's it going? You still like it? You still don't like it? You still think it's What? We'll dive back into that in a little bit. But thank you again for tuning in. Much fucking love. Let's 161, man. It's been a grip. We just celebrated the 3-year anniversary of the podcast. About shit. We should have talked about it on last week's podcast, but shit, it's been 3 years. 3 fucking years since episode 1. Here we are, 161 episodes later. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to the day oneers. I know there's a couple people out there that have been tuned in since the very first episode. We didn't even have video back then. Shit, I couldn't even figure out how to get it up on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It was up on only a couple of apps at that time. I was just trying to figure shit out. Back then, here we are. We are all up on all the apps, all that good shit. But yeah, shout out to everybody. We ain't got much to talk about this week. Not as much as last week with all the new music releases from last week. But we got some shit. Let's get into some new music first. We got Shakewell of G59 Records, Grey 59, the record label ran by Suicide Boys. Shakewell is back with a new single called Biscuit, and this shit is fire. Super dope. I fucks with Shakewell. I've been fucking with Shakewell since the Keystone Prince. And yeah, since then, I've been fucking with this dude. This dude's dope. Peep this single if you haven't checked it out yet. It's called Biscuit. It's off his upcoming album, Pray for Shakewell, which is dropping sometime in January. They haven't given us an exact release date yet, just January 2022. So be on the lookout for that. And once there's an official release date for the album, I will talk about it. But Biscuit is a banger of a track, solid first single for the project. And I'm hyped for it, man. I fucks with Suicide Boys. Fucks with Shakewell. I fuck with all those dudes. Ramirez. I fucks with Puya. I fuck with Puya more now than I did, back in the day. But I fuck with all those dudes, man. They're the shit. So peep Shakewell, his new single Biscuit, because that shit is fire. And speaking of Biscuit, Limp Bizkit dropped a motherfucking album last week. I don't have an image for it. I haven't listened to it. Outside of the first track, I did listen to about a minute of the first track. It actually sounded pretty cool. But I like Limp Bizkit. I like $3 Bill, y'all. And never gave Significant Other really a fucking chance. The Hot Starfish and Chocolates. Never listened to that. But Limp Bizkit came back with a fucking album last week as well. Fucking crazy, man. I love $3 Bill, y'all. Psycho female blowing up the phone line. You need to tighten that screw. It's been loose for a long time. Fire. That shit is so dope. But yeah. Peep that new Shakewell. His new track, Biscuit. And then probably my favorite song released this week. Luigi Mack back with another single off his upcoming Pretty Ugly 2 album. This one's called Bad Company featuring smrtdeath. This shit is fire. I think it's smrtdeath. smrtdeath. SMRT death. What else could it be? I don't know. But this shit is fire. Never heard smrtdeath before, I don't think. And this dude fucking killed it on here. Now, Ouija, sometimes the features he gets for his projects just ain't really all that for me. Like, it just, they don't connect with me, whatever. I don't know. But this shit right here is fire. Ouija kills it on here. Devereaux killed the production, of course. smrtdeath did his thing on here as well. I'm hyped for Pretty Ugly too, man. I think that's just, Ouija, we've talked about it before, but dude is the most consistent in the Wicked Underground scene to me personally. Ain't nobody fucking with Ouija. And the output of music, the quality of the music as well. Like some people are like, yeah, he releases too much music. I'd rather take quality over quantity. Well, when you're putting out quality and quantity, like when you're putting out fucking a shitload of good music, like Luigi Mack is to me, you know, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. This dude just stays consistent, man. I say that for a few people, but like this dude right here, you look up consistency in the dictionary and Ouija Mack gonna be right there, along with a couple others, but Ouija Mack gonna be right there. This dude kills it, man. And I'm hyped for Pretty Ugly too. And this single is fucking fire. Love the shit. Devereaux's productions on here is fucking fire as well. And I went back this week since he dropped this Bad Company. I finally started bumping that Dirtbag project again. Because for whatever reason, whenever it released earlier this year, I don't know what I was bumping at the time, but I mean, I did listen to it a couple times, but it kind of fell under the radar for me. And, you know, shit, 6-7 months later, I'm back listening to it. Dirtbag is fucking fire, man. Like, I liked it when it first dropped, but I only had gotten maybe a handful of listens on it. But I like the harmonizing that he's incorporating in his shit, man. I even went back and listened to Gutter Water yesterday. That shit is fire still. I mean, it's only been 3 years since it came out, but you know, it's holding up just over a few years. Couple tracks I skip on Gutter Water, but his newer shit is just so good. He's improving on every release. You can hear it from Trash Fire to Gutter Water to Water Damage. Kind of matched Gutter Water. And then he improved a little bit on, what was it? The Resistance Walk to Wasteland. And then Hell's Hollow tape came out, and that was a pretty big step up. Then Pretty Ugly was another little step up. The Zodiac, little step up. Wasteland dropped, another big step up. Dirtbag, I'd say that was another big step up. Sounding like Pretty Ugly 2 is going to be another big step up as far as this dude improving on his craft. Like, the improvements we've seen with Ouija Mack over the last few years. Go back before that with Swag Tooth. It's so dope to see, man. My favorite artist in the wicked shit underground scene. Love it. Dude just absolutely murders it every fucking time, man. Like, you know, there's other people you get hyped for a release, you get it, and you just some shit you weren't expecting and just some shit that you ain't feeling. Not saying you should be expecting some shit with a music release, because you should always really be on your toes. Like, if an artist ain't really keeping you on your toes, incorporating new sounds or fucking with different sounds, then they ain't doing their job. But, you know, that's the risk they take. You know? But I like the shit Ouija be doing the more harmonies and shit. You know? Fire. Peep the new single Bad Company. Pretty Ugly 2 drops on the 19th. We're just about a week and a half away. The 19th is going to be a dope release day for music. Looking forward to that. So yeah, peep that. Ouija Macc, smrtdeath. The song is Bad Company. I think there's a video out for it right now as well. I saw it up on YouTube earlier saying that it was going to be premiered, I believe, on the 7th. I'm looking for it right now. Going through my YouTube algorithms to see if I could fucking find it. I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure I saw Ouija Macc promoting a video. Yes, Bad Company premieres on the 9th, actually. So tomorrow, 1 p.m., Ouija Macc, smrtdeath, the Bad Company video drops. This dude, not only does he drop fucking, I've said this so many times, like I'm a broken record, but this, not only does this dude just drop fucking banger after banger with these mixtapes, albums, whatever you want to call them, but his music videos are just some of the best in the underground as well. Like, this dude is just so dope, so consistent. Love me some Luigi Mack. And peep the new single. This shit is fire. And peep Pretty Ugly too, when that shit drops as well. And now I want to talk about technically their new music releases. I mean, they were released on Halloween, right? And I didn't really get a chance to listen to much shit on Halloween because, hey, Yum Yum Bedlam was just released. I got to try to digest that shit as much as I can because it's ICP and, you know, is what it is. But a couple releases that I want to talk about from last week that I like. I thought about talking about some other ones that I listened to. I think there was one or two others that I checked out that I wasn't feeling, but I was like, what's the fucking point? If I'm not feeling it, what's the fucking point? Let's talk about the shit I do like. So first one I want to talk about is Natural Born Killers, Return of the Master Killers. Going off the top of my head, this is Defect, Staple, McNasty, Class, V Sinister, Lex the Hex Master was on here. Nitty from Project Born was on here. I think I got them all actually. But this project right here, it's like almost Jack beats, but not. I don't know. It's like they be flipping, like they flipped Natural Born Killers from Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. That shit was fire. If you like just like the good old fashioned horrorcore wicked shit from back in the mp3.com days, you know, but with a newer sound, like this just brings back those vibes, man. This NBK Return of the Master Killers project is pretty dope. I dig it. And to be honest, just because I wasn't familiar with everybody on the project as far as their music goes, I didn't really know what to expect. But McNasty kills his features on here. Class kills his features on here. Nitty did his thing on here. They all did their thing on here. Staples actually sounds like he should be like a fucking professor at a fucking college or some shit, like mad proper and shit, but spitting the wicked shit. It's pretty dope. And peep this shit. Natural Born Killers, Return of the Master Killers. The shit is dope. Another one I wanted to talk about last week is Project Born, Halloween on Morningside Drive. This is a short EP. I'm going to look it up on my Apple Music now. But I did get a chance to listen to this one. And this is just like gangsta shit meets wicked shit. And it's dope, man. 5 tracks, 15 minutes, mad short. But Project Born does their thing on here. Like, I think these dudes are they're kind of slept on. Like, they be putting out dope music. And you don't hear a lot of people talking about it. But this shit right here, Halloween on Morningside Drive, is fire, man. I really dig it. It's dope to hear Project Born still doing the shit, almost 30 years later. It's been almost 30 years since the Born Dead EP dropped on Psychopathic Records. So peep that shit as well. Like, Project Born did their thing on here. They really did. Wicked shit meets gangsta shit. I love it. Two of my fucking favorite genres of music. Wicked shit and gangsta shit, So yeah. I just wanted to fucking bring light to a couple releases that were dropped on Halloween last week. Shit was, it's always overwhelming on Halloween, especially in the wicked shit underground scene. Everybody want to put out music. Motherfucker, Halloween is 365 days a year. Fuck Halloween. Just like Halfbreed said. I don't know why y'all think Halloween only comes once a year. Fuck Halloween. You know what I mean? Halloween 365, motherfucker. up in this bitch. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to fucking brighten my day a little bit right now. That's what the fuck I'm trying to do. Just having a little bit of fun with it. You know what I mean? Well, let's get into some more serious shit, shall we? Maybe people blowing shit out of proportion as they do, you know? Let's get into, the main story this week. Because, I mean, there really ain't much shit to talk about, man. I don't know how much, how long this episode will be, but last week, Billy Obey of Alla Zulilu, another one of the top tier wicked shit groups out right now, doing their thing, killing it. He made a Facebook post. He wrote, "Don't worry, the wicked shit is safe with us. Hashtag Alla Zulilu." Everybody jumped on this shit. Why has he got to be dissing ICP for? Why has it got to be? Why, Yum Yum Bedlam just dropped the other day. This is a diss to ICP. How do you figure, motherfucker? How do you figure this is a diss to ICP? Do we not remember just a couple months ago at the gathering where Violent J revealed that he had heart failure? Billy Obey had taken Facebook a short time after that, saying how much of an influence Violent J and ICP was, and hopes that he's well and all that good shit. Now, it is a little coinky-dink that he just happened to drop this after Yum Yum Bedlam dropped. And Yum Yum Bedlam, in my personal opinion, just ain't it. And it really wasn't the wicked shit, outside of maybe a song or two. But I mean, Billy Obey is spitting facts here. The wicked shit is safe with Alla Zulilu. And I think that's all he was trying to say. He wasn't trying to diss nobody. I mean, if he was trying to, people say he's dissing ICP. What about Twisted? I mean, they just dropped Songs of Sam Hain. That shit wasn't all that. They just dropped Unlikely Prescription a couple months ago. That shit wasn't wicked shit. Is he dissing Twisted too? Or is he just dissing ICP because motherfuckers want shit to fit a certain narrative? The beef shit is just fucking played out. Like, if you think this was about ICP, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, shit, maybe it was. Maybe it was about Yum Yum Bedlam in response to that album. But, I don't think so. I think it was just a general statement like, hey, the wicked shit is safe with us. I mean, if Luigi Mack said that shit, people probably wouldn't think twice of it. I don't really know where to fucking go from here with the beef shit. I've been trying to avoid, all this dumb shit that I've, all the beef and the shit talking and just overall negativity bullshit, but it's just, it's kind of hard sometimes. And sometimes you just got to address it. I don't think he was talking about anybody in particular on this post. And people just, especially the 17 percenters, the 17 percenters are just so hell-bent on fucking talking shit and defending ICP when ICP could defend themselves. Like, if ICP took this shit personally, I'm sure they would fucking say something. They haven't had any problem saying anything as, yet, ever, about some shit. If they want to talk shit, they'll talk shit. I don't know. I'm just sick of the bullshit, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't. But the wicked shit is safe with Alla Zulilu. And if you don't listen to Alla Zulilu, Just because they're on Twisted's record label, then you're missing out. You're missing out. Because, like it or not, these dudes are the future of the wicked shit. Just is what it is. You know, and keeping it with the beef shit. You know, I got my hard copy of the Yum Yum Bedlam CD. I thought I had it over here, but it's on my shelf over there. In the back, you can see the CD collection in the back if you're watching on YouTube, but I got my hard copy. They got their liner notes. They got their thank you notes. Everything is all fucking good and dandy until the last few lines. The last few lines of the thank you, special thanks, reads as follows. And to the long list of people who betrayed us, y'all can suck a fat, shitty dick till the nuts pop. You slithering ass serpents. Fuck off and die already. Really? Y'all doing nothing but pollute the earth. We loved y'all. We gave y'all a career. We cared for y'all, and y'all tried to slit our fucking throats in return. But obviously all y'all did was slit your own guzzling throats. You backstabbing bitches. Enjoy the flames. You earned them. Now, why? Why? Right? Yum Yum Bedlam was all about loyalty and all that bullshit, right? I shouldn't say bullshit because, I mean, that's just the theme of the Joker's card. Dope theme of the, for a Joker's card, whatever. But why put that in the fucking thank yous? Why keep feeding fuel to that fire that's there? You know? You say that they hurt their careers, but you hurt their careers by doing what you do and, what you have done and keep on doing. I'm sick of the fucking bullshit, man. Take the fucking high road in the matter. Take the high road and just not acknowledge the shit. I'm forced to acknowledge it because of the shit. I could just ignore it, but just can't sometimes. And, fuck off and die already? Like, come on, man. The fuck is that? I've always said, and I will always continue to say, because it's fucking true and it is what it is. ICP and Twisted, to me, just, they both mean to me the same, if that makes sense. Like, what ICP means to me and Twisted means to me is the fucking same, man. I found them both. I found ICP, and then a year later, Most Tasteless was out. Found them on the Forgotten Freshness, the national release, and I've been fucking with both ever since. Over 20 years. Damn near 25 years. Way more than half my life, motherfucker. I ain't that old. But man, like, the beef shit, where's the beef? Well, the beef is right fucking here. And it just doesn't seem like it's gonna fucking die off anytime soon. It ain't going nowhere. As long as somebody keeps fucking saying something about it from the parties that are involved. It's been sad to see, and it'll stay sad to see. Motherfuckers feed off the shit, the 17 percenters, the Magic Ninjas. I don't know what the fucking nickname is. But yeah, motherfuckers will just feed off the negativity and just use it against each other and not move on from the situation. Why can't we just move on from this situation? And we got to fucking put that shit in the special thanks. I mean, subliminal disses, you could say are still being fucking recorded and released. But I don't know, man. When's it going to end? When's the bitterness going to fucking just dissipate? We got some bitter motherfuckers up in here. But fuck the beef. Fuck all that bullshit. Fuck those stupid lines in that special thanks booklet, in the Yum Yum Bedlam booklet. Unnecessary. Just dumb as fuck, man. Really is. I don't get it. But I'm going to leave that at that. Because, again, what's the fucking point? What's the point other than to hurt careers and just try to fucking take food out of people's mouths and babies' mouths and all that shit. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. But speaking of Yum Yum Bedlam, it's been a week since Yum Yum Bedlam came out. Do you like it? Do you like it more? Do you like it less since it came out? What is the consensus? I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they like it more and more with each listen. I have to agree. I do like it more and more with each release. And that just seems to be the general consensus going around. Now, that being said, I've listened to it about 7-8 times. I still think this album sucks. But I do like it more than when I first listened to it. You got songs Wretched, Panic Attack, Fuck Regret, The Drunk in the Attic, and Slapnut. 5 tracks I fucks with now. Last week I think it was like 3. I fucks with 5. I still don't like the album. After have listened to it 7 or 8 times, it's got to be the weakest card of the second deck, in my personal opinion. I'm seeing a lot of people rank this shit at number 1. I don't know what people are listening to, but you know what? If you dig the shit, then you dig the shit. That's the thing about music. It's just so subjective, and not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to dislike it, but it's crazy how much I don't like it, and I'm seeing how much people do like it. Like, I feel like when Missing Link came up and when I didn't like it, I was seeing that online, people not liking it. I'm like, okay, it isn't me that doesn't like it. But with this, it's like, I don't like it, but the majority of people seem to like it. I keep seeing love for this album. It's crazy. I don't know what what they're hearing that I'm not. But, props to fucking ICP for putting out an album that the majority of the people are fucking bumping and digging right now. Best looking card of the second deck, but the weakest music wise. I tried, man. I've said it before. There's very few artists that I give the benefit of the doubt of multiple listens to maybe change my mind when they release some shit. ICP is like number 1 on that list. Like, usually if you like something, or at least you're vibing out to something first listen through. Second listen, you like it a little bit more if you're vibing out to it. Third listen, even more. By the time you get to that 4th and 5th listen, you are rocking the fuck out. And that just didn't happen with this album, unfortunately. But yeah, Yum Yum Bedlam, man. A lot of love for it. Crazy to me. But, dope for ICP that they put out an album that the majority of the people like. And then they also put out an Holla Wicked single. We got the official artwork right here, which is fucking fire. I love the Holla Wicked variants of the Joker cards. Like, they're just so dope. I love this variant right here. Very fresh. The orange and green. Yum Yum Bedlam. This shit is fire. The song's called Fun. Fun! With an exclamation point. Did that sound more exclamation-y? I don't know. But the single is out. And the single, this year's Holla Wicked single, man, I thought I didn't like Mr. Nothing Man, but Fun is like the cherry on top of the shit pie that ICP served us on Halloween. fucked up. But I'm just not feeling the song, man. It's just, to me, not good. Not good. It's so disappointing when, my favorite group ever just puts out stuff that I don't like, I don't know how people feel about this track. I haven't asked people on social media. I will do that at some point. As I'm recording this, I haven't asked anybody what they thought, the general social media consensus. Haven't seen people talk about this only because I think Yum Yum Bedlam is like top priority. Has a Joker's card ever come out so close to Hallowicked where it's like you get a new album and then a new Hallowicked single? Like, I mean, this was same day, but shit. I guess, you go back to 2002, The Wraith Shangri-La was released on November 5th, but that just celebrated the 19th birthday. That album just gets better and better with every fucking year that passes by. That is such a great album. I did listen to it on its 19th birthday. There was a couple tracks that I used to not like, and I could just play that shit front to back now. I love that album so much. It's such a dope listen. And I forget where I was going with this. Oh yeah, music's so close to Hallowicked. I don't know. But I'll ask the social media see what the general consensus is of the new Hallowicked single from ICP. The song's called Fun. It seems like it's not going to be available digitally. I'll double check that right now. And I think they did release Mr. Nothing Man last year. Yeah, they did. In the dark, maybe it'll make its way eventually to digitally, but at least for right now, you can't get it. I know you could download it on Fago Lovers. That's where I got my download from. That's where I got this image from as well. So shout out to Fago Lovers for the content, I guess. And then speaking of ICP or Violent J, he was up on the No Jumper podcast making his third appearance on the No Jumper podcast with Adam 22. I did watch it, did listen to it. Nothing crazy was talked about on the No Jumper podcast other than probably the biggest news-worthy thing that he talked about was Shaggy taking a break from ICP until after the holidays, just because they've been working on the album for the last 2 years, doing Hallowicked, The Gathering, all that shit. He's taking a break till the end of the year. And he talked about trying to think, other shit, rehab, getting sober and all that shit. He did big up Ouija Macc on the No Jumper show. Hopefully Ouija Macc can get up on that No Jumper podcast. That'd be such a dope look for him. I feel like the type of music he makes really would fit in with that No Jumper crowd, audience, whatever. And, shout out to fucking Jay for shouting out Ouija Macc. Ouija Macc, like I said before, been holding it down for ICP and Psychopathic Records since he's been signed. Been loyal than a motherfucker to those guys. So it was dope to see him get a shout out from Violent J on the No Jumper podcast. So, yeah, that's up on YouTube. Peep that shit. It's a dope interview. Anytime Jay or Shaggy or both do an interview, it's like it's must-see TV, right? Like it's going to be entertaining at the very fucking least. Always love listening to these dudes talk. Don't matter what the fuck they're talking about. It's always fun to watch them talk, listen to them talk, whatever. It's just dope, man. And then what do we got? We ain't got much more left to talk about, but what we do got, let's go to some M&E news. Let's shift off Psychopathic, go to the dark side of M&E. Here I am feeding into the bullshit. But Lex the fucking Hex Master finally is dropping part 3 in the 4-part series of this. I don't know what the bigger picture is. We're going to find out. But episode 3, Palace of Illusions, is up for pre-order now, dropping November 26th. Lex the Hex Master. It's been well over a year since he dropped episode 2, The Haunted Mansion. I believe that was part 2, The Haunted Mansion. And we do have a track list for the Palace of Illusions. 8 tracks. Features from Gibby Stites, unfortunately, and Skulls, the Lakota. Don't know who that is. But only 2 features on here, and it's on 1 song. I'm looking forward to it. A couple of the tracks have been released as singles, so we have heard a few of the tracks that are going to be released from this EP from Lex the Hex Master. So episode 3, Palace of Illusions, following up the Haunted Castle, and I just said the other one now. I can't remember what the fucking other one was called. I guess I could look it up. But I'm hyped for it, man. Like, Lex the Hex Master has been way too quiet for 2021. Way too quiet for my liking. So this will be following up episode 1, Party Castle, episode 2, Haunted Mansion, episode 3, Palace of Illusions is dropping November 26th. I'm hyped for it, man. Hyped for it. Party Castle was really dope to me. Haunted Mansion, not so much. One of the weaker Lex the Hex Master releases, in my opinion. But we'll see how he's going to follow it up with this episode 3, man. Very fucking dope. And I'm excited for it. Because, you know, Lex is just that dude. He been that dude. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, just one of the more fucking slept on artists in the underground wicked shit scene. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. And then be on the lookout tomorrow, November 9th, Blood on My Chucks, Buckshot, Blaze Your Dead Homie, the ROC, and Mr. Gray. Now, if you have Night of the Hunter, the director's cut, then you already have this song. But it will be released digitally on the 9th. Buckshot, Blaze, ROC, Mr. Gray. Peep it. It's a dope track. Buckshot, another one of these dudes that stays consistent as fuck. And I'm a new fan to Buckshot. Like, within the last year, just a new fan of Buckshot. He's been killing it since I fucking got on this mob style train. And yeah, peep it, because it is a dope track. It'll be available digitally on the 9th. Yeah. Peep that shit. More new upcoming music. Super famous Fun Time Guys. That's right. It was revealed last week on Alla Zulu's Tuesday streams. Super famous Fun Time Guys. Mom's Not Offended. She's Concerned. The new album available November 26th. So not only do we get new Lex the Hex Master on the 26th, we get new super famous Fun Time Guys on the 26th. I love the names of their shit, man. Mom's Not Offended, She's Concerned. Like, who comes up with these shit? You know? These dudes are just another fucking, just a different breed. It's dope. It's fun. You know? So be on the lookout for that shit. Pre-orders are up for that. Up on the Zool shop. Zool store. Whatever the fuck it, I think it's Zool shop, right? Zool Mart. My apologies. Zool Mart. It's up on pre-order. Up over there. So go peep that shit. And then we got a brand new single from Isham. No, I'm sorry. Scum. I don't know. I mean, I know I said Isham because I see it in my queue of shit to talk about, but we got a new single from Scum. Song's called Dues. Haven't had a chance to peep it out yet, but we got the fresh ass artwork with the Jaeger bottle, and it's like a Scum, with the Scum logo. You got the LSP shot glass in the back, the microphone off to the right. Scum, the Gore Father himself, Zippers Creepers, all that good shit. Peep that new shit from Scum. That dude stays busy putting out shit. He just dropped that Alec Baldwin track a couple weeks ago. Right after that fucking whole thing happened. So peep that. New Scum is available everywhere, not just on YouTube like Alec Baldwin was. This one is available everywhere, and it is up on the Beneath the Dirt Weekly Bumps playlist. Yeah, so go check that shit out as well. And then speaking of Isham keeps teasing us with a new album, presumably called Psyops, but he writes on Twitter, so when my album comes out, I may or may not get canceled. I personally have been going through some shit. Just so you know, because of you, I will never quit. Psyops is coming for you. So Isham keeps teasing this Psyops album. No release date, just says it's coming. Who the fuck knows when? But Isham, man, still putting it down. Well over 30 years in. And, I thought that was a little bit newsworthy. A lot of people seem to be excited for Isham, man. Like new Isham music. So we got to talk about it on the show. Because Isham is the godfather of all this shit. Like it or not. Love him or hate him, whatever. It's just is what it is. A new Isham coming at some point. And then more, teasing more new music from Rittz and King Iso. They're on tour right now with Tech and the rest of Strange Music. King Iso had commented up on one of Ritt's posts because Rittz was showing love to King Iso. King Iso replied, I appreciate you, bro, and likewise. Can't wait to get our album done at Rittz. So if these dudes get a fucking album done, that shit, oh man. Sign me the fuck up. Need her to keep it? I need that shit. Straight up. A Rittz and King Iso project. Rittz, another one of those dudes who stays consistent, dropping dope music. I'm a newer fan to King Iso. World War Me was one of my favorite albums of 2020. Love that shit. Shit was fire. His new singles sound dope. And he's got a new album coming. I think we said what? First quarter? Or no, maybe second quarter because it was spring 2022. But if these dudes put out an album, one, I'm fucking hyped for it. Two, I hope King Iso gets the proper release from Strange Music to release it, unlike, with the AWACS Written in Blood album, that whole fucking debacle that went down. But I'm super hyped and hope this actually happens. Like, there's albums, artists always say, yo, can't wait to do this album, especially when they tour. They're stuck in a tour bus with each other. They get to talking, then, talks of an album. Who remembers the Donner Party? That was Prozac and Brother Lynch Hung back when they were touring back in what? 08, 09 on whatever Tech 9 tour that was. They were saying the Donner Party was going to happen. Prozac and Brother Lynch Hung. I was fucking hyped for that shit, and it never happened. I'm hoping that this doesn't happen with this, but I wouldn't be surprised just because, shit like that happens. But regardless, these dudes put out dope-ass music. Rittz can get into his introspective bag just like King Iso. They can get on their shit-talking shit, chopper shit, If it happens, I'll be copping the shit instantly. That's an instant cop if it does happen. If it doesn't happen, color me fucking disappointed because, damn, that shit would be dope. King Iso and Rittz, man, they'd absolutely fucking body an album together, no doubt. Then before we get the fuck up out of here, God Synth, he's teasing he's got a new single coming soon called What You Know, featuring Gibby Stites, ROC, and Lex The Hex Master. Now, I had speculated, hey, maybe this would be the first single off the God Synth album, because he had talked about working on an album at some point. I just assumed it was going to be some shit like C. Lance or Stu Bangers, any producer does, and just get a bunch of different people on the album, rapping over his production, kind of showing off his production. But he did put out a statement saying he's not going to put out an album anymore. He's just doing his production thing. The album thing, it was sounding too all over the place with all the sounds he was doing, but he is going to be releasing singles. So What You Know is going to be the first single from God Synth. And God Synth is just, one of these dudes in the underground that produces bangers, man. Like, this dude's beats are fucking fire. Fucking God Synth, Devereaux, Bad Mind, like, dudes like that just killing it on the production tip. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this dude got coming for us in the future. And that's going to wrap it up this week. Kind of a short episode. I kind of stretched that shit out as much as I could. Or not really. I don't ever really try to stretch shit out. It goes the way it goes. Sometimes we got an episode like right now, 47 minutes. We about to end it. Other times, and it doesn't happen often, just like this don't happen that often, but there's times where I'm an hour, 15 minutes into this shit, and I'm like, my voice hurts. I haven't taken a sip of water in over an hour, and I've been fucking talking nonstop for an hour. Like, I do this shit one take, bro. One take, like rappers say. One take, motherfucker. I do this shit one take. This shit ain't edited. I leave everything in here. Although I do edit from it, time to time when, shit happens. But very rarely, since I've started doing videos, have I edited shit. It's always one take. 99.99% of the time. But I just want to thank everybody for fucking tuning in this week. Much love. Thank you for tuning in. 161 episodes. I appreciate it. We got a lot of views and listens on last week's episode. Of course, Yum Yum Bedlam. That's going, I triggered some people. It's okay. I like that people are enjoying the album. I'm not going to shit on people for enjoying music. But, is what it is. But I appreciate it, man. For everybody that listens in, comments, whatever. I love you. Thank you. And until next time, I'm Rome Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.